Hey, hello everybody. It's so good to see you here. As always, the first question to you is can you hear me? Can you hear me? Just give me some sign. Again, please. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, yeah, I understand what is going on. Yeah, now I will give you the right to just wait a second. Sorry, I didn't give you the right. Yeah, please, here you are. Yeah, I have forgotten that I need to give you this right. So please, again, can you hear me? Just give me some sign if you can hear me or not. As always, you remember that a good idea will be to turn your microphones on and we'll talk. So what do you think? Yeah, please say hello. I can hear you that you use your microphone. That's good. Now please say hello to me.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. It's so good to hear you. Very good. Can you say a couple of words about yourself? Where are you from? It's just interesting.
Me?
Yeah, of course, it's not only you, but it's for everybody else also. You can say, please, what's your name?
My name is Anya.
Your name is what? Anya? Okay, Anya, good to hear you. Very good. So, where are you from, Anya?
I'm from Vedut, Moscow.
Very interesting. Good. Anybody else? Where are you from? And again, if you don't mind, please use your microphones. Nastya, where are you from? Roman, where are you from? Yes, please use your microphones. You can turn on your microphones. We'll talk a little bit. Okay, I understand, but you can write which city are you from. Please write it down there. Okay, very good. Good to meet you. Good to see you here. Okay, how about you, Nastya? All right. Interesting. Very good. So, as always, you know that we gather here to talk in English, and as always, I invite you to talk, and I will ask you lots of questions, and we will do lots of things just for you to make you talk. So that is why I encourage you to have microphones and to use your microphones, okay? So, I know that this is the end of the school term, and we are coming to some holidays. What holidays are we going to celebrate?
Christmas holiday.
Yep, Christmas. When do we celebrate Christmas?
In other countries, they celebrate it on 25th of December.
Absolutely, exactly. Exactly right you are. So how about Russia? When do we...
7th of January.
January 7th, right. And just I want to remind you that when you say the 7th of January, this is mostly the British way. In America, people say January the 7th. Okay, excuse me. Then, what do we usually do on Christmas? And maybe you can think of some other holidays, some other upcoming holidays. Upcoming. You understand the word upcoming, right? Upcoming holidays. So what do we do on these upcoming holidays? Buy a New Year tree, absolutely, exactly. New Year tree or Christmas tree. Anything else?
Decorate our houses.
Absolutely, right you are. So we mentioned Christmas holidays. Do we have any other upcoming holidays?
You mean New Year?
Yep. So what do you do on New Year? Okay, I understand. Sometimes maybe you do not feel free to talk about your family traditions, but that's alright. I understand. That's possible. So, another question is, if I may ask you, how old are you? Just to understand what kind of English you need. Are you at the 11th grade, 16? So that means that you are in the 9th, 10th or 11th grade. Which grade are you in? Roman, which grade are you in, or the 11th grade? Good, good. So, Anya, how about you?
I'm 16 years old and also at 11th grade.
11th grade, okay, very good. So, we usually say I go to school, I'm in, and so on. So, Nastya, how about you? Violeta? 16, so also 11th grade. Violeta, how about you? Okay. Now, yes, please. 11. Interesting. So, now I can understand that probably the main reason why you're here is you want to take this Russian national exam, don't you? Is it correct?
Yes, right.
Alright, so and maybe you have some specific needs, or you have some specific questions to me about that. Feel free to ask me anytime. Any questions about this Russian national exam? Okay. All right. I understand that probably later you will have some questions. Well, for me, probably you can understand that I see what I want to do here is to give you the opportunity to talk And I also hope that maybe JoEnn also show up today, but I'm not sure because she's been not feeling well lately. But if she has any problems, I will be able to ask some other American friends to attend our classes and to help us with you. So when I think of the Russian state exam, the most important thing for me is to make you talk. And you know that in the Russian state exam you do not have this speaking part. But at the same time, if you can talk, if you can speak, that makes you feel free during the exam. It's not so stressful for you, so that is why I'm trying to help you in this way. Okay? So what we do today is we'll talk about very easy texts, and we'll answer the questions, and it's almost the same like doing the exam tasks. The only difference is that I chose the tasks which are much easier. Why? Because I know that some people can be like, you see, some people are 11 years old, and another thing is that usually we start with the beginner level. So let's start, we'll see how it works, and probably then we can change and take something more difficult. Okay? Now, can you see exercise 5 on your boards? Just scroll down the page and you will see exercise 5, which is called read, then answer the questions. Can you see it? Okay, Anya.
Yes, I see.
Yeah, can you start reading?
One morning in January
1800.
100. Oh, 18. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We are here just for that. 1800.
1800, a young boy went to the garden in the village of Saint Cerny in France.
Go on.
He wanted to find something.
Roman.
The boy looked very strange.
Roman, will you please go on? Well, I see that you are using your microphone. So, are there any problems? Just right now you switched on the microphone. Right now the microphone is on. You can talk, please. I understand that these technicalities are pretty difficult, but still, yeah, he's writing something. Just, let's see. No, I cannot hear you. I'm very sorry. I cannot hear you. But I can see that you are using your microphone and you turned your microphone on. So he just disconnected. Probably he will connect later. Alright, Nastya, can you read further on? I can see that you are using your microphone. You just turned it off. Alright, Anya. Okay, Nastya, please. Try it again. Roman is back. I'm just turning his microphone on and giving him... Okay, Roman, can you please read? No, I cannot hear you. Very sorry about that. Alright, Roman, usually what we need to do... No, that's not a problem, Roman, at all. Believe me, that's not a problem. So usually what you have to do is... and probably I will tell you that in Russian, because in English it will take you lots of time to explain. I'm sorry, but I will explain that in Russian only, just not to waste your time. для того, чтобы Роман работал микрофон, существует две проверки на этом сайте. На каждом сайте свои вещи, но в основном две проверки. Если ты видишь так называемое address bar, то есть строка, в котором написано Scribbler и номер комнаты, ты видишь эту строку. С одной стороны написано вот адрес, а с противоположной стороны должна быть звездочка и изображение видеокамеры. В разных браузерах по-разному, но изображение видеокамеры должно быть. Если его нет, то сразу под этой строкой у тебя есть... есть, замечательно. Теперь сделай, пожалуйста, правой кнопкой на любой точке экрана, и тогда ты увидишь настройки, затем в параметры, и затем ты должен войти в свой микрофон и посмотреть, если у тебя работает микрофон, то тогда столбик вертикальный будет дергаться вместе с твоей речью. Если он не работает, то нужно выбрать из падающего меню твой микрофон. Вот такие общие настройки микрофона. Микрофоны нам нужны очень. Okay? Very sorry for talking English. I can explain the same thing. Okay, let me explain the same thing in English real quick. So, in the upper part of your screen, you have, just try talking, Roman. You have the address bar, and on one side of the address bar you have the address of the website, and on the opposite you have the sign of the video cam. And then if your microphone still doesn't work, then you need to go to the settings with the right click on the mouse, and then in the settings you need to select your microphone, and then if you see the vertical bar which will be moving vertically alongside with your speech, then that means that your microphone is working. Okay, so what is the problem? Can you see? Yeah, I can hear you. Roman, can you say something?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. Very good. Interesting. So, can you read the second paragraph? That's not a problem at all. I cannot. Yeah, please.
The boy looked very strange.
Mm-hmm.
He was about 12 years old. He was short and his hair was black and dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Wore an old dirty shirt. He didn't wear any trousers.
Okay, very good. So, I don't think that you have any questions on the vocabulary because it's real easy. Alright, how about Violetta? Can you read? Violetta, can you say something? Nastya, can you read? Have you checked your microphone, Nastya? Violetta disconnected. Alright. Nastya, can you check your microphone? Just try. Okay, Anya, while Nastya is trying to check your microphone, please, if you don't mind, keep on reading. Okay?
The people in the village saw him.
Mm-hmm.
They said, "Who are you? Where are you from?"
Mm-hmm.
The boy didn't answer.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't talk. He
Go.
made strange animal sounds instead.
Uh-huh. Right?
They gave him some food.
Mm-hmm.
He smelled it. Then he ate only the potatoes. Water. The people were kind to him.
Mm-hmm.
They said, "We want to call you Joseph."
Joseph. It's Joseph. Okay, Roman, you switched off your microphone, please. Go on.
Suddenly, everyone in France.
It's in France. In France. Just wait a second. Suddenly, everyone in France. It's in France. Say it in France.
In France.
And go on.
Who is is this boy?
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't he speak?
Uh-huh.
We must find the answers.
Okay. We must find the answers. Alright, so a little bit about your pronunciation. So maybe you know that American people and the British people, they talk differently. Not in the same way like the Russian people speak. So that means that their tongue is in a different position. That means that their tongue is closer to upper teeth. And try to move your tongue closer to upper teeth, and then start talking, and then you will understand that it is much easier for you when you even press your tongue to the upper teeth. It's much easier for you to speak with the American or English accent. Like when you say, we must find the answers, there should be between the teeth. The tongue should be between the teeth. We must find the answers. And then, who is this boy? It's like, who is this boy? Why doesn't he speak? Okay. Then, now please take the questions. Alright, whose turn is that now? Anya, please.
How old was the boy?
Right. So, can you answer?
He was 12 years old.
He was 12 years old, okay. Roman?
About 12 years old.
About 12 years old. Right, Roman.
What color was his hair? His hair was black and dirty.
Right, his hair was black and dirty. And again, try and press the tongue to your upper teeth. The sides of your tongue, try to press to the upper teeth, and just to keep them there. Okay, I can explain the same thing in Russian. Многие, наверное, из вас слышали о том, что американцы и англичане, когда говорят, русские про них говорят, что вот они как будто картошку жуют во рту. То есть это говорит вам о том, что язык у англичан и у американцев двигается совершенно в другом месте, не там, где у россиян. Поэтому вам придется немного переучивать мышцы языка. Для этого старайтесь при разговоре на английском язык прижимать к верхним зубам по бокам. И он должен быть почти все время прижат туда, когда вы говорите. Тогда ваша речь будет более похожа на английскую и американскую. И вам будет легче произносить звуки the, wa, va и так далее. Потому что вы начнете более резко двигать мышцами и другими мышцами. Okay. So how old was the boy? The boy was about 12. What color was his hair? It was black and dirty. Okay. Violetta, can you answer the third question? What did he eat and drink? Can you answer? Yes, she's here. Please, you can type there in the chat window. You can type the answer. Nastya, also please join us. I want you all to take part. Very good. Your microphones are working in a very good way. I like it. It's for the first time. Let's say I've been trying to use microphones with the students. Let's say for almost it's the second year now I started asking to use the microphones, and today it's for the first time when your microphones are the sound of the microphones is very good. Okay, Nastya, Violetta, I cannot hear you. I cannot see your answers. Please be ready to answer. Alright, it's now, whose turn is it now? Anya, is it your turn?
If Violetta is not ready, it's my turn.
Okay, please do.
What did he eat and drink?
Right. Yeah, very good. He ate only the potatoes. Very good, Nastya. Good answer. So,
And he
yeah.
drank only water.
And he drank only water. So, please pay your attention to past tenses. To eat, ate, and to drink, drank. So, we say eat, and in the past tense we say ate, we say drink, and we say drank. In the past tense, okay? Roman?
What name did they give him?
Just press the tongue to the Roman. Press the tongue to the upper teeth. Прижимайте язык к верхним боковым зубам и не убирайте оттуда и одновременно говорите. Okay? What name did they give him? Yeah. So.
What name did they give him?
Right. Answer the question.
Joseph.
They, well, you know, it's like in the first grade, the teacher will usually ask you, please give us the full sentence, if you don't mind. They. They.
They gave him the name Joseph.
They gave him the name Joseph. Very good. And you see again, past tense here is give, gave. Very good. Nastya? Okay, Violetta? Anya?
What couldn't he do? He couldn't make any sounds.
Well, actually he could. If you can see, he made strange animal sounds.
He couldn't talk.
He couldn't talk, of course. Yeah, he couldn't talk. Roman, next question.
What do you think of the story?
Roman, think. Say please, think. No, the tongue. I think that's Violetta trying to use the microphone. Roman, the tongue should be between your teeth, and the tip of the tongue should be out of your mouth. Язык должен быть достаточно далеко высунутым между зубов, когда ты произносишь. Кончик языка должен быть обязательно виден наружу. Когда ты произносишь звук «th» и звук «the». What do you think of this story? Пожалуйста.
What do you think of the story?
Probably not. I'm sorry. Кончик языка ты должен видеть. Своего языка должен видеть.
Think.
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 Very good. That's okay. Of the story.
Of the story.
And now the whole sentence. What do you think of the story?
What do you think of the story?
Very good. Okay, so the answer to the question, what do you think of the story?
I don't know.
This is well. Roman, you know that if in the Russian state exam for your essay question you will answer the you will write the answer like that, it will be pretty bad. Can you think of this answer like you write in your essay like I don't know. It's impossible. It's no way to. So I will be back to you, and right now I will ask Anya to answer this question, and then I will be back to you. So Anya, what do you think of this story?
In my opinion, it is a very interesting story.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard the stories like that? Okay. What is going on?
Yes, I read the book about it.
What kind of a book was that?
It was not fiction, maybe it was a newspaper.
Mm-hmm. Right, I agree. Right, you are. And I heard some of the students told me that it was, actually it is, because this person is still alive. It is a story about the girl. But I'm not sure, I'm just trying to say what I heard from other students. Alright, very good. So our next question is, what is the end of the story? What is the continuation of the story? What do you think? Roman?
Sorry, I can't see.
Alright, Anya?
I think that people will help him.
Mm-hmm. People will help him. Alright.
To live normal life. Maybe they give him food or help him find a place to live in.
Okay, I understand. Alright, now you have the second part of the story. We'll do it real quick and we'll find out what is going next, what is going to happen next, okay? Anya, will you start reading the second part?
Joseph became very famous.
Just wait a second. Wait a second, okay? Can you start over again? Anya, wait a second. It was, as I can understand, it was the Violetta's mic. Yeah, it's the Violetta's microphone. Okay, I will tell a little bit in Russian again. Violetta, очень хорошо, что у вас подключается микрофон. Единственное, что здесь может быть у вас две проблемки небольшие, маленькие совсем. Первая проблемка опять в том, что громкость вашего микрофона немножко большая. Для этого нужно опять правой кнопкой мыши и настройки, потом параметры, потом ваш микрофон, и вы увидите, такая будет настроечка, на которой можно сдвигать уровень вашего микрофона, делать его меньше и больше. Это одно. И второе, то, что микрофон может завязываться вместе с вашими динамиками. То есть можно еще... Да, там есть кнопочка «Убрать эхо», совершенно Роман правильно говорит. И также еще громкость ваших динамиков. Если вы чуть-чуть приберете на вашем лэптопе или на вашем компьютере громкость ваших динамиков, то тогда не будет вот этого эха и не будет заводиться вот так вот микрофон. Okay, Violetta, please try and do it over again. It's I'm very glad that you are trying to join our conversation. So, Anya, please. Anya, can you hear me? Anya, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Please do. Read number 1.
Joseph became very famous.
Mm-hmm.
In August 1880, some saints took him to Paris.
Uh-huh.
They wanted to study him. Many people wanted about him.
All right. And Roman?
In Paris, Dr. Ital
Itar. Mm-hmm. That's all right. That's a French name. Mm-hmm.
wanted to teach the boy and Madame
Guerin.
Guerin
Mm-hmm.
wanted to look after him.
Mm-hmm.
They liked him. The boy liked their clocks best.
Mm-hmm.
They changed his name. They called him Victor.
Victor. It's not Victor, it's Victor. Victor. Say it again.
Victor.
Victor. Okay, very good. It's not a W. It's V. Like West Virginia or very well. Very well. West Virginia. Okay. Anya?
Dr. Ithard and Madame Guerin wanted to teach Victor many things.
Okay, again, Anya, Victor, Victor. It's not a Victor, it's
Victor.
Victor, right, that's good. Again, West Virginia, say it please.
West Virginia.
Virginia, West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Okay, very well. Say it again.
Very well.
Mm-hmm, very well. All right, Volkswagen.
Sorry.
It's just, you know, the name of the car, the brand of the German car. Volkswagen. You don't.
Volkswagen.
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 Okay, very good. Do you know this brand of the German car?
Yes, I understand you.
Okay, very good. Sorry. So please go on.
Victor was a good student. He learned to wear clothes. He learned to eat with a knife and fork.
Alright, very good. So the question to you is in the second paragraph, we have the word hugs. What is a hug?
Объятия.
Anya, when I ask you, I not always ask you for the direct Russian translation. I'm trying to ask you to explain the meaning in simple English words. Will it be possible for you to explain the word hug in simple English?
Maybe it is show your sympathy to person with your arms and.
Alright. So you have, you know that for the Russian state exam, you will need to know lots of synonyms. Synonyms are the best way for you to get prepared for the exam. So you have the word. The first word is to embrace. Have you ever heard this word? And entwine. These words have the same meanings, like you're saying to put your arms around somebody's neck or around somebody's body in order to express the sympathy. Okay? To put the arms.
And what about cuddle?
Okay, it's a little bit different. I understand what he's saying. Cuddle. Okay. The meaning of the cuddle is when you let's say, for example, you can cuddle alone, even like when you are under the blanket, you want to feel cozy and comfortable, then you can cuddle. But I understand what you're saying. That's also possible to use, and this is very good that you know that your vocabulary is so good. I like it. All right. Very good. So, Roman, please go on.
Victor learned to spell some words.
Mm-hmm.
His favorite word was late.
Mm-hmm.
Late is milk in French.
Mm-hmm.
Victor likes milk.
Okay, right. The only thing is I do not speak French, but as I heard, the pronunciation, I think so, might be let, because the French pronunciation is very different. Okay, Anya, please.
He learned to draw.
Mm-hmm.
In 3 years, he learned to read and draw, but he never learned to talk and he never learned to understand speech.
Okay, Anya, the question to you is, where did you learn your English?
I told you on the previous lesson.
Really? Well,
I was in New Zealand for 3 months.
Alright. Well, Anya, I'm so sorry because yeah, that's my problem. Of course, I don't always remember what my students tell me. Sorry about that. Next time I will try and I will remember.
That's okay.
Alright. So then Roman, you please.
3 years later, everyone forgot about Victor.
Mm-hmm.
He was not famous anymore. He lived with Madame Querine for 28 years. Then he died.
Mm-hmm.
But he don't have any information about this last 28 years.
Alright. So, the first question is to both of you and to everybody is, why did he die? Feel free to answer. Just jump into the conversation anytime you want to.
Maybe if nature gives us the possibility to talk with other people,
Yeah.
it is necessary for us.
Yes, I understand. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Probably he died because of his disability to communicate with people in a proper way, because as you remember, the only way for his communication was hugs. Okay, Roman, what do you think?
No, I agree with Anya.
Okay, so next question, was he happy?
I don't think so.
Excuse me, can I ask you why? Well, I just want you to understand, as I said from the very beginning of the class, that I'm trying to find pretty easy texts for you to just talk and to think a little bit, because you know that in the 11th grade teachers usually give you pretty difficult text for understanding, but you have to see my point also, that even in a very easy text where you understand every word, maybe the only word which was new, not for everybody but for somebody, was this word hug. So even here you usually have the same, let's say, essay questions, and we'll talk about that later, that from this text you can also think about some essay questions. That means that we can write an essay just based on these two short small texts. Okay. Now the next question is, did he learn to talk?
No, he never learned to talk.
Okay. Right. And also my question to you is, how old was Victor when he died?
28.
28. Are you sure? So, if you remember from the first part,
Maybe 34.
okay, let's discuss this a little bit. How old was he when he was found? In the first part,
12 years old.
12 years old, right? So that was what we learned in the first part of the text. Okay, here when we go to the second part, you can see that it says
Plus 3 years.
yeah, absolutely, 3 years. So some scientists took him to Paris. The boy liked their hugs. They in 3 years he learned to read and write a little. Okay, so 12 plus 3 will make how much? 15 years. 15 years. Very good. And then it says, yes, again plus 3 years. Then it says that in 3 years everyone forgot about Victor. He wasn't famous anymore. So that makes him how old?
18.
18 years. And then it says that he lived with Madame Guerin for 28 years, and then he died. So how old was he when he died?
40.
40? 18?
Years old.
40 years old. 18 plus 28 will make totally. How about your maths?
46.
Yeah, I think
46.
right you are. And you see, usually when we think of the knowledge of English or foreign language, when we see how quickly a person can calculate in the foreign language, we can judge even better than when you take the Russian state exam. So do not forget about that you need to calculate things in the foreign language also. Alright, so now we are here to talk a little bit about the essay question. Thinking back about this story of Joseph, or then you remember they changed his name, they called him Victor. What kind of an essay question can you think of for the Russian state exam? If you, let's say, let's pretend that you will have to write an essay based on this story. What essay question might be? Okay. Anya, any ideas? So usually, yeah.
Maybe is it possible to grow without communication
Yeah, right.
with other people?
Right, right. Yeah. So, but absolutely correct.
Or is it possible to be totally alone
Right, you are. Right. Roman.
in
Yeah.
modern
Yeah.
countries?
Yeah. Roman, can you think of just maybe you can add something?
I don't understand the question.
Well, okay. Let me explain that a little bit again in Russian. Мы обычно все, чем занимаемся, стараемся, ну, чтобы это имело отношение к нашему экзамену, к ЕГЭ. И основываясь на этом тексте, какой вопрос к сочинению можно было бы задать по данному тексту? И насколько ты слышишь, Аня предложила вопрос по поводу умения человека говорить и общаться. Okay, Anya, so back to your suggestion. I like your suggestion a lot. Well, the only thing which I just wanted to add is that usually, if you remember, we have a very specific structure of the essay question. Wow, I didn't know that. Sorry, Roman, I didn't know that because I can hear her absolutely perfect. Wow. Anya, can you read what Roman wrote for you?
Yes, but I don't like.
Very, very interesting. Because for me, your sound is perfect.
I turn my echo.
Yeah, if you turn down a little bit the volume, maybe it will be easier for him to understand. Okay. So again, what I wanted to say, and Roman, how about my voice? Can you hear my voice without any echo?
I hear echo.
Okay, very good. So usually what we have in Anya, that's all right. That's not a problem at all. Come on, guys, please. I understand that this is only technicalities. Pay not that much attention to that. Well, I know that maybe some 20 years later, or I don't know, maybe 10 years later, the computers will be perfect and we'll be able to talk easier, like when we talk being in the same room. I don't know, but in nowadays you understand that computers are not perfect, and please understand that this is not a problem. Okay, so usually when we think of the essays, what we have, excuse me, I'm just trying to find a clean page for myself. So what we have is a kind of a same structure most of the time. And maybe you remember this structure. That means something like that. Some people, okay, let me make it with caps lock. Some people, please add with your versions. Based on the on this text.
some people arguing about importance of communication nowadays.
All right, and can you, because you see it's a little bit long, can you make it a little bit shorter? Because it will not be possible to have such long essay question. Well, what was the problem of the text? If you remember, you said about that, not me, and I'm very happy about that, that you mentioned that he died because of the lack of communication. So we can say even like that, that some people say that people die because of the lack of communication. And then the second part is usually is other people think that's all right. That's not a big problem. Something like that. And then usually what do we say? What
is your opinion?
Absolutely. What is your opinion? Okay, very good. So now that's the question to you. Some people think that people die because of the lack of communication. Other people think that that is not a big problem. What is your opinion? Roman?
I think that it's not a big problem.
That's not a big problem. Okay, but if you remember for the essay question, you have a very specific format. And this format, first of all, you have to agree or disagree with the statement of the essay question. Then you have to give 2 arguments supporting your opinion. Then you have to give the opposing point of view. And then you have to give the balance. So you see, this is not that easy. Alright, Anya, what would you have to say?
I totally agree with the opinion that the lack of communication could make people feel worse.
So, why do you think so? Give 2 arguments. Yeah, I understand that this is hard, but this is how it works. And usually you have to be very quick, very always ready to answer the essay questions. So some people say, yeah, some people think, yeah, I'm sorry that I missed one. Some people think that people...
Firstly, if you feel bad, you need to talk with somebody and having got many friends, you are not able to do this. And this way,
This way you
could feel even worse than now than that time.
The previous time. Okay, and how about your opponents? Do you understand the opposite point of view?
Yes, I understand it.
Please explain how you understand that.
Maybe some people think that it is not important to communicate with other people, and you always can do something by yourself.
Okay.
But it is not true.
Why?
People always need other people to do something they can.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, Anya, just wait.
Even if you want to buy some products, you need to communicate with
All right, Anya. I'm very sorry to interrupt you. Let's listen to Roman, because he said that for him, it's not a big problem. So, Roman, why do you think that this is the lack of communication is not a big problem? Why do you think so?
I think that because people can't to communicate.
Uh-huh. All right. That's okay. Roman, I understand, because I was in your shoes many times in my life, and I know that the only way to make it better is to come to my classes and to talk it over and over again. Then you feel easy and better. Okay. The time is up, and as you can understand, for your discussion, for your homework, you have this essay question which is on the board. You can change it a little bit, but I would prefer to have the almost the same meaning like that. That some people say, or some people think that people can die because of the lack of communication, and other people think that this is not a problem at all. So what is your opinion? Okay, so I would like you to get prepared for the next class to talk about that. Any questions?
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, I haven't got any questions.
It was pleasure to see you, and if you have any questions, then have a good weekend, and I hope to see you next Friday. And feel free to write an email to me anytime when you want to. I just want to remind you my email. Feel free to write, and we'll talk and we'll discuss anything which is necessary for you. So, any questions?
No, thank you very much for the lesson.
Thank you. It was my pleasure. Roman?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, any questions?
No, I haven't.
Alright, then see you next Friday. Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you. Have a good weekend.
Same to you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.